All right, Calivers, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and it is that time of the month again. I know I'm a little bit late, but that's because all the Limbus action has had me distracted, and I haven't had time to work out how to do this fight. It's brand new Ambu, and I gotta be honest, this one's a little bit annoying. I've tried every which way to Sunday to try to just zerg through it and ignore the mechanics, and I just haven't been able to. I've gotten close, but I haven't been able to do it, so there's going to be a lot of blabbing this fight, because I have to go over a lot of different stuff. This fight ends up really being the tale of two different fights. You have the first phase where you're dealing with all these stupid ads and proccing those auras that are on them. And then there's phase 2 when you're facing against the Autarch and you have to zerg him down before he does his special move. So I'm going to try to keep everything in order and go over all the different information so that we can all crank together and get those hallmarks. So we are fighting the Mamool Jas. They're back. They're better than ever. And they brought their little cuz with them, that little Sahagin back there. You have a Protector, that's a Paladin that has access to Invincible. Eurodite's a White Mage, has access to Benediction. The Morangus is a Bard. I guess he's soul voiced, but I don't ever really notice it. And then the Lancer is a Dragoon. He'll call out 3 Wyvern ads, and he'll use Spirit Surge to eat them so they can crank you. And last but not least, we have the Mega Boss, the Bezetto Autarch. He's a Ninja, and he has access to Mission Gakor Plus. And if he uses that, it's over. You're dead, you're going to pass away. You're going to be eulogized and just sent off to the next world. But we're going to talk about how to deal with that as we go over the fight. So like I said, it's the tale of two fights. Phase 1 of the fight, you have to fight all of these stupid ads, and you need to break their auras before you kill them. The reason being that once you've broken all 4 of their auras, it'll break the Autarch's aura. If you fight the Autarch and he still has... I hope I'm saying that right. I have no idea. But if you engage that ninja and he still has that aura on, you're probably going to die. He's going to have a ton of DT, he's going to hit really hard, and it's going to be virtually impossible to kill him before he does Mission Gakor Plus. Basically, the way he works is once you hit a certain HP threshold, I think like 75%, he will start doing the Ninja Elemental Wheel. He'll start casting, he starts with Katon, the fire spell, then he does the water spell, the lightning spell, earth spell, wind spell, and then he ends with Hyoton, the ice spell. And as soon as he casts Hyoton, he blows up. If he's not dead by then, he blows up. Now, there is a way to proc him to prevent that if you've procced the initial aura, but I think if he still has that aura on, there's nothing you can do. You either kill him in time or you die. So we have to get rid of the aura. And there's 2 ways to go about that. Number 1, you can either do certain skill chains on each of the ads. It's different skill chains for each one, and every skill chain has a chance to proc them. Or you can just do critical hits, and every critical hit has a chance to proc the aura and knock it off. Since I'm an idiot, I'm opting for critical hits, the one-size-fits-all solution. So basically the idea is going to be to engage them, just beat on them until the aura procs from critical hits, and then kill them, and then move on to the next one. Thankfully, they are susceptible to Bard Sleep, except for the Protector. He won't go to sleep, and the Lancer's ads won't go to sleep, but that just helps us decide our order, right? We'll start with the Protector, then we'll go to the Lancer to kill him and get rid of the unsleepable ads. Then we'll do the Bard and end with the Eurodite because the Eurodite has Benediction, and he'll wake everybody up if we did him first, so we'll just leave him for last. Easy. So to deal with the critical hit setup, I have a kind of a job compilation I've never really used to get as many crit hits as I can. I'm using Monk, Ninja, Core, Bard, White Mage, and Red Mage, and we're going to use different buffs for the first half of the fight to help us get the crit hits. And honestly, one of the biggest problems with this fight is getting the proc before they die. So I'm actually using level 1 weapons on Corsair, Bard, and Red Mage. I'm using my prime hand-to-hands on Monk because you do still want to do some damage, so then once they proc, you can just kill them. And then the Ninja is, I'm using main-handing Yagyu Darkblade and off-handing the Kraken Club. It's kind of cheating, but that's fine. And I even did special gear sets for the crit hits, and I'll put them up here. As you can see, the core, I had to break out the stupid Moomoo's gear off the Ambuscade slip. I haven't worn that since like 2020. And then the Ninja and the Monk, it's a lot of Empaka's gear, which is nice because it's good gear and it's got a lot of crit hit rate on it, so it's not too bad. Now, to facilitate this method, we're going to have different buffs for the first half. So we're going to use a Rogue's Roll and Hunter's Roll on the Corsair to give us high crit hit, and then the Hunter's Roll is going to boost our accuracy so we can actually land hits with these level 1 weapons. For the Bard, I'm going to use Honor March, Blade Madrigal, Sword Madrigal, and Knights mean 5. And I'm going to save Nitro for when it's time to fight the Mega Boss, because after we kill the ads, it's time to change to Phase 2. I'm going to have to completely change the buffs, and I want to be able to do it quick. So we're going to save Nitro for then, and we're just doing the Madrigals again so we can hit, Honor March so we have haste, and ooh, I got to do the haste 2s on everybody as well. Don't forget that. And then the Knight's Mean just helps during the first pull, hopefully the White Mage doesn't get cranked. The Ninja I do put into Yonin's stance so he can get hate. Oh my gosh, his ninjutsu skill's only 261. Is that bad? Or is that fine? I like to do a couple of Utsutsumi Sans before I go in, just so that when I pull, the ads are all going to be on the Ninja. And with that, we got the buffs up. Wait, do we have the buffs up? I'm going to get cranked. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're going to go in, and we're going to start by going near the Uridite and clumping them up. Clumping all the ads up. Uh-oh. I left my guys at the beginning. That's okay. Clump up around the Uridite either way. And then we will sleep. Ooh, see, our tower's getting cranked. And once they're sleeping, we're just going to start on the Protector. And so with this guy, you just beat on him until he procs. If you hit him in the face, he doesn't take any damage, so keep that in mind. But even if you hit for 0 damage, as long as it's a crit hit, it'll count. It'll count towards attempting to proc him. So even though he did invincible, it's still just keep hitting him until that glow goes away. It's fine. You'll probably notice I'm not using any debuffs while I'm doing the procking. All of these guys have a counter to being casted on. So like if you cast a D on them, they will 100. Okay, wait, hold on. He procs, so we're gonna, while he's still 2-houring, I'm gonna switch over to the Lancer and get rid of him. So we'll just start procking him. Same deal, we just beat on him until he his aura goes away. He'll do the little weapon break, which is nice, so you'll notice it. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't do the debuffs because, oh god, all of these guys have a counter to being casted on. The Lancer will do like a 3-minute amnesia. The Autarch will charm. I don't know what the other guys do, but I just don't bother casting on them to avoid it. The one nice thing though is if they're sleeping and you debuff them, they won't counter because they're sleeping. But if the spell you cast on them wakes them up, they will do the counter. Alright, so he does his little time to kill him, so we just do the prime weapon skill, and I do Blade Shun on Dantara. Oh, actually, he didn't Blade Shun. Oh well, it's dead. Alright, let's get back on the Protector and kill him. He's already procced, so no worries there. Get to punching. He loves it. Oh wait, you take it damage. What am I doing? Hello. Kind of nice to actually use the prime hand to hands. It's they got the crit hit rate and they don't hit that hard, so I don't have to worry about killing these things. It's really terrible. When I get on the Autarch, if I don't switch from the prime hand to hands to like god hands, sometimes I don't kill him in time. Isn't that great? Isn't that sad? All right, now we're gonna do the Bard. Obviously, leave the Uridite for last because he'll do Benny and wake everybody up. We don't need that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Poor little cuz. These guys, they couldn't fight their own fight. They called their cousin up. Come help him, and he's just gonna get fucking cranked. Cousin's a little musician. He's not even a fighter. He doesn't want to get involved. Too late now. He's here. He's getting it. The only thing that sucks about him is he doesn't really do anything when the aura goes off. But it looks like it's gone. Let's kill him. Bonk. I said bonk. Oh, I'm stunned. Never mind. There we go. Alright, now the Uridite. Now, you could pull the Uridite away so Benediction doesn't wake the Mega Boss up, but he will go right back to sleep, so it doesn't really matter. Don't worry about it. Oh, shoot. I can't tell if he woke up naturally or if there was a Benny. I don't want to re-sleep until Benny goes off. That's fine. He can... he won't start the Elemental Wheel till 75%, so you don't have to really worry about it. I feel like maybe he did Benny. Gonna re-sleep him. Proc, little buddy. As soon as he procs, we have to enter phase 2 of the fight. That's going to involve changing the buffs, going Chaos Sam. There he goes. He procced. End his life. So first things first, I throw my God Hands here and switch to my normal weapon set. We can do Chaos Sam's roll. This is part of why I really hate this fight, is going through and changing all the gear. Get out of that crit set. And we're going to now use our Nitro and do what you would expect, which is Honor March, 2 attacks and Aria of Passion. Get those songs cooking. Switch Dantaro back to his... Actually use Nagling on the... come on. Oh my goodness. On the ninja. And so one last thing. So while we're buffing, also you can debuff this guy, and I recommend you do it while he's sleeping. So I'll use Saboteur. The big thing that I want on is I want a Distract, just to make him easier to hit, obviously. I want Addle 2. Addle 2 is very important because that's going to slow down his elemental wheel casting. And I also do Slow 2 and Paralyze 2. To get those 4 debuffs on. I won't hit him with Dia because if I do, he'll wake right up and he will counter Kataru with Charm, and that, you know, I don't need that. That's not good. That's gonna be good for anybody. All right, so we got those debuffs on. I'm going to do my buffs, and then we're just gonna zerg him. Now the thing is, at 75%, you'll see he gets an aura on, and you can actually proc that aura to stop the elemental wheel and stop the Mission Gakor. That's how you're supposed to do it, but we've done enough mechanics for this fight, so we're just gonna zerg through. Got all the debuffs on, we just start whooping on them. I mean, that's it. There's really nothing to this part. Now, another hot tip, and one of the reasons the Ninja's so great for this, the great tank, great for critting, but if you do find yourself running out of time as the elemental wheels getting cast, Migawari will save you. So the ninja can soldier on and win the fight. I have had that happen a few times. You see he's got that blue aura, that means he's going to start casting the wheel. You could rotate between light skill chains and darkness skill chains to take that off, and that'll stop the elemental wheel. But like I said, you have plenty of time, especially if you addle them. You'll get through it, it's fine. And worst case scenario, if you don't get through it, Migawari will save you. And the poor little ninja can solo it for you and be the hero that you may or may not deserve. I don't know. That's it, it's over. So that's this Ambuscade. Basically two fights in one. Fastest I've gotten it is like 7.5 minutes. I can't really shave any more time off as much as I've tried. But if you know how to, please put it down in the comment. I would love some tips and tricks on this one myself. But that's it. So phase 1, load up on crit hits. Don't hit too hard. Use level 1 weapons and stuff. Proc all the auras. Change your buffs into your standard kind of DD buffs. Rank the Mega Boss. That's it. For the key item this month, you can go to Baflow Thicket's home point. Lots of Mamool Jas there, but if it's a particularly busy day, you can also use the survival guide into Mamook. There's more than enough Mamool Jas there for everybody, so I hope this was helpful. And like I said, if you know a better way, put it down in the comments section. I'd love to know. We do this kind of thing live daily at Twitch, twitch.tv/VelnerXI. Be there and be square. Bye.